Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to the new week. In this week, we will continue to talk about these advanced indexing database systems. If you still remember, in the last week, we have provided a brief introduction for the index tables we can create in database systems, which cover some basic information, right? We have covered what is the index table and why we have to create it, and what are the different kinds of index tables, like some basic properties and characteristics. And we also mentioned some information for the B plus tree as well as B tree we can construct for the index tables for you, right? And we also provide you with some examples how to do the queries in the B plus tree, so it can be able to speed up the query processing very well. And we also mentioned the B plus tree design as well as B plus tree in practice, like how high or how tall this B plus tree can be, right? Depending on the available stores as well as the average fan outs. Okay, so this is a basic indexing we can create for database systems. In this week, we'll move to more advanced topics for the index tables we can use for speed up the query processing in database systems. So to be specific, in this week, we'll first introduce the inverted index for you. This can be useful for the queries in database systems, especially for the documents. And we will take the document query as an example for you, which can be very useful in various real-world, websites, applications, as well as managing components. For example, Google nowadays, the Google search engine is very powerful. However, to speed up the query process for the search engine in Google, they may also have to create a very large sized, index table in their backend as well. So when you type in some keywords into Google and click the button, then the Google will check the index table inside the database systems, so they can return the web pages or the documents containing the keywords we query for and to the users, which can be very fast. Normally, if you search in Google, they will return the time cost, right? It is usually very fast in most of cases. So this index table can be very useful for the real-world applications as well as search engines. We will take this document query as an example to introduce what is the inverted index table and how we can construct it. Besides this, we also cover some basic information for the query optimization as well as the multiple dimensional indexes we can use for constructing index tables. What's more, we also introduce two basic data structures we can use to construct the index tables. The first one is called KD tree, or the K-dimensional tree, which is a tree diagram as well. And based on this tree diagram, we can divide the records into different regions, which can speed up the query process greatly. Based on a KD tree, we can further introduce another tree structure. It's called a quadral tree. It is also one special type of KD tree in certain sense, because in this quadral tree, we may have to ensure each node will have 4 children nodes inside the tree structure, which enables us to partition the dimension for the search process into 4 regions in each step or by each level of the tree structure. So these are the plans for this week. You can also take a look at the slides in advance as well as text box to go over the materials we plan to discuss before the lectures, and so you can have a big picture for the materials we plan to cover in this week. Also, according to the schedule, in the last week, we have released the paper 3 already. You may have to read the paper and also write the report for the paper 3 in this week, which will be due by this Friday. I think it's a good time for you to work on this right now, because it will take some time for you to read papers. Also, we have a reminder, in the next week, we'll have the stage 3 report for the project to be due as well. You can have a meeting with your teammates and to work on this project together with your teammates. Also, according to the schedule plan, we will have the homeworks to be released in the following weeks. I know this workload will be very heavy. However, this one is a core course, and we may have to ensure the students will have spend some time on this course. So we may have some requirements for the materials as well as workload for this course. I know it is a very heavy workload. However, you may have to work on this. It is a must for the students to pass this course as a core course, right? Also, according to the schedule, we will have some planning for the student presentations in the future weeks. Right now, because in this year we have a relatively larger sized class compared with the previous years, my plan for the presentation is like this. Probably we can do the presentation according to the themes of the projects. because this presentation will be based on your project progress and what the topics you are working on. So my plan for the presentation is like this. For each team of the project, you may have to do one presentation. This presentation will be about like 15 minutes for each team, and it will cover some basic information about some written works and the way your progress for the project, which can be presented to the whole class. In the previous years, normally we do the presentation by students in class. However, in this year, due to the pandemic, we cannot do that anymore. And we plan to do this presentation by students virtually. You may also have to record some videos by yourself. And you can record some videos and also post the videos to YouTube and send me emails, with the links. And then I can organize these videos together and also release to the students for them to watch, either in class or after class. By this opportunity, you can also practice your presentation skills. Also, I have been recording so many videos already. I think it's also a good time for you to learn to record videos. Normally it takes lots of time for recording, for editing, as well as uploading these videos. It's very time consuming, right? You can try this and then you can understand me. I really devote lots of efforts to this course by recording these videos for you. As to the detailed information for the presentation, I will release the information probably in the following weeks with more specific information, like what to be covered and how to do this recording of the videos, as well as how to post this to the YouTube, as well as how to organize them. I will provide more detailed information in the coming weeks, so you can know how to do this. For the presentation by students. Okay, so this is about the plan for the coming weeks. So remember, for the paper 3 report will be due by this Friday. So please don't forget that, and also upload the report to Canvas by the Friday midnight. Alright, okay, so this is a plan, and let's come back to the slides and we will discuss about advanced indexing in this week.